Wānaka really just a quieter version of Queenstown, or does it stand on its own? And if you had to compare, which one's actually better?
That pretty much sums up our inbox. So, as part of this 5-part South Island series, we figured it was finally time to give Wanaka the deep dive that it deserves.
And it's safe to say we went all in. 3 days of adventures, views and prices, so we can share as much as possible.
These are the categories we looked at, split into chapters that you can navigate to directly in the YouTube timeline below.
So after spending the day in Queenstown for our last video, we jumped in the car to make the hour-long 68-kilometre scenic trip from Queenstown.
So first you got to drive the windy roads up over the Crown Range. You can stop and take a look at one of the viewpoints, and then along the way you got to look at the old Cadrona Hotel. This is one of, if not the most photographed building or hotel in the entire country. It's a bit of a legend in there. Good place to stop for some food, but we're going to keep going.
And then you pop up over the hill and arrive in this cute little town.
Welcome to Wanaka. It's a stunner. I think the first thing that comes to mind is it's smaller. Local.
It's cute, it's laid back.
Residential.
Yeah, more of a local feel. The heart of this place is Lake Wanaka that sits in a glacial basin. The lake itself is 300 meters deep, over 45 k's long.
Wow, so many
and
stats.
10 kilometers wide, and is the 4th largest lake in New Zealand.
Like a TV presenter.
Wikipedia. No, just kidding.
We're kind of hiding behind a tree to film that because it's so bloody windy. But behind that, there's a skate park over there. It's a pretty low-key town, really, because this just nice path, walkway along here. There's heaps of hikes and stuff going on, and then the main kind of town bit is back this way. You can see it's kind of just up over there.
It's a pretty small town centre with lots of your classic gift shops, galleries and souvenirs, but there's definitely some really nice designer options too. The shopping does seem to be getting better and better every time we visit.
Almost everything you'd find in Queenstown is here, but just less of it, including food, which is coming soon. But even going to the supermarket with this kind of background, it's pretty special.
Well, one thing is for sure, there is no denying that the scenery, oh, you're in the dark, that the scenery in Wanaka easily equals what you can see in Queenstown, right? This is always a beautiful place to come down here.
So something unique about Lake Wanaka, it's got a flippin' tree growing in the middle of it. Last time we came here it had no water around it, so it looks beautiful today. This tree started life as a humble fence post. It's over 80 years old now, and it was initially planted, well, did you say planted a fence? I don't know. It was initially
you planted a tree?
Yeah, but it was initially put there to keep the livestock in check back in the 1930s.
From a purely travel, thing to do, thing to see perspective, that's pretty insane that a tree has got, look at all the people.
It's an icon. It's like the most famous Wanaka local.
Yeah, exactly. That a tree has become something that people literally travel to the country, or at the very least to Wanaka, to see said tree.
It is, like with the mountains in the background, like it is pretty cool.
It is pretty nice.
Whether you're keen on Queenstown, Wanaka or anywhere else in the world, you've got to have data on your phone to stay connected and safe.
Everywhere we travel, we use a SimLocal eSIM and have a discount code for you to save some dollars in more than 200 countries that they cover, including New Zealand.
Not only will you get better pricing per gigabyte compared to other eSIMs and much better value than those crazy high roaming fees from your telco, but you don't even have to spend much in general.
If you want to just grab 1 gigabyte to stay connected, maybe a bit of Uber, use maps, that's only $5.60 when you use our code. We normally grab a package around the 3 to 5 gigabyte range though, which starts at only $14.
And there's even an option to get 20 gigabytes that works in 10 countries, including Australia, that comes with calls and SMS as well.
Just use the code Dane and Stacey and the link in the video description and you'll save some cash.
The good news is there's some delicious food. The main street has a few more of your classic restaurants and cafes, but we love a good food truck, so that quickly became our go-to.
And not just once either, we love the spot called Curbside. Their bagels are unreal.
Well, that looks so good.
The coffee was great, and it was pretty well priced too. Plus the area around it and this food truck area is just beautiful. There are all sorts of food options all in one place, but we kind of just kept going back for the bagels.
We also really wanted to see if our favourite from our last trip was still the best in town.
Where are we going for breakfast?
Scroggin.
Scroggin.
I don't know why I went Scottish. It makes me want to speak in a Scottish accent. We've been here before and they had amazing food. So, a few years later, let's go and see if it's still good. I remember last time there was a cute little doggo outside.
There was.
Do you remember?
And I said this is the best breakfast we had on the entire trip.
That might just be a reflection of how bad our cooking was in the camper.
Yeah, it's better than the cereal we were eating in our camper van. And this is what I came back for, the one-hander breakfast burger. You can get it with halloumi or with, what was the other one? Oh, sausage, but I go with some bacon. Still a lot better than anything we could ever make on our 4 wheels. But I have to say, they changed the flavouring in the burger thing, and I do prefer the old one. Just gonna throw it out there. But that was still really good.
So there's quite a big difference when it comes to accommodation compared to Queenstown. Given that it's a lot smaller, there's far less places to stay in general. There's less hotels and more variety in terms of lodges, hostels and motels.
But easily the best option is to actually rent a house, live more locally, split the cost with some friends or family, and enjoy the privacy and good times.
So we took our own advice and found a beautiful 3-bedroom house called Scout Wanaka.
You know what's awesome? Is we have often driven these streets, looking at all of these beautiful houses, dreaming that maybe one day we'll be here. And now we can.
Whoa, you get the view instantly.
Snow-capped mountains from the doorway.
Oh, the materials are everywhere you look down there. Stunning. I just want to touch everything. This is a big. Oh, this is our room. There's 3 to choose from.
Why are you looking up?
Skylight right above your head.
Oh, yes.
When you sleep. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, is that a tub?
Yeah.
Keep getting more and more surprised. I think because this place is so large, even though we've seen it, the photos and stuff online and gone through their Instagram, it's even better piecing it all together now and actually seeing it.
This feels like a spa.
Yeah, if they had the music playing, the music that I said makes me go to sleep.
Like ready for my massage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I have been peeking. There is an amazing bathroom through there with a big sunken tub. And then the second primary suite is through there. Again, nice ensuite. Wow.
If you're coming down here, skiing, snowboarding, whatever, you've got a whole woman rack. Washing, laundry.
I love how everything's just hidden away though. Like if you actually just look down this hallway, you have no idea.
Wait, let me go like 40 paces this way. Hope I don't walk into anything.
It's all just flush. That's so nice.
What was that?
Past a bedroom.
Oh, okay. Can we just live here forever?
It's sunken everywhere.
So sunken, I almost fell down the stairs. But that gives me Bali vibes, but with a much better styling.
So warm and delicious, and
Wait.
I want it.
Sorry, I agree, but I also just got distracted. Why? What's with this?
Yes. I actually don't really know. I don't remember what's up here, so let's go and look.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac greatest hits. What else have we got in here? Beethoven. Wow. Okay. That is very cool. And I can't get over the fact that this would just be the best vibes with some friends, family. Come and hang out in a house like this. Sit there, listen to your records, hanging out in your loft.
It's a very comfy couch, this.
Good times this would be with lots of friends.
And just with your wife.
Or just with your wife, the one you love the most in life.
Like Queenstown, there's lots of extreme sports and activities here, especially during the winter with access to skiing and snowboarding.
Any list of the top things to do, you'll quickly see recommend being in nature, seeing the lakes, the insanely good hiking in the area, or getting out on a boat.
And it just so happens that something that's been on our bucket list for so long and one of the top recommended things to do ticks all of those boxes on one trip.
What a result. The Mauaho Island Tour with Wānaka water taxis is genuinely one of the most unique activities in the country with some of the best views in New Zealand.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good, how are you?
Good. My name's Brent. With you guys for the next little bit. It's going to be a fairly bumpy ride up there today, I think. There's this pretty strong nor'east blowing through. On a positive note, that is a little bit rough, and so there's no one else out today. So you have the island to yourselves today. So.
G'day. These things are normally so friendly. If we had food right now, we'd be walking up going, hey yo, can I have a bite of your sandwich? I don't know why they sound like that.
Can I have a bite of your sandwich? Give me a sandwich.
Hey, it's cool to tick this off. Finally.
Yay! We've always wanted to come here. Basically, Lake Wanaka has 4 islands within the lake. And so we're currently on an island in the lake. So then there's a lake on this island. So there's a line about this place and it goes, an island in a lake, on an island in a lake, on an island in the ocean. What?
Yeah, this is the inception of lakes. Somebody called Christopher Nolan, Leonardo DiCaprio. We got a pitch. We got a brand new script for you. Got to give a shout out to Brent as well, because this isn't just a taxi get dropped on the island and bugger off, see you in 4 hours kind of thing. As part of the whole trip out here, we kind of stopped at a few different spots. There's so much information that I couldn't possibly pull it all together. Everything from glaciers to gold rushes to wildlife, can we say, to local pests, and so many stories about the town and history and everything. So while this portion is the self-guided hike, that portion was more of the cruise and tour side of things. Holy... oh my days!
Look at that.
What are you supposed to say?
Amazing!
Amazing! So you can see, no one's living on it today, but they used to back in the day. Sheep, all sorts of building work going on, boats passing up and down the lake.
This is why we're here though.
Yeah, this is what we're going to go and see. It's all about the pool.
We're gonna do this.
That is so confusing.
Dane was like, how are we so low? We've just been hiking for 20 minutes, half an hour. Where's the lake?
Right here, looks like we're at the lake, right? Over the back over here. I want to see if we can try and get to a spot where we can see both the pool and the lake. Just have to do a bit of off-roading up here to begin with. You right?
Yeah.
You can jump off that, I bet.
No, you can't.
You could.
No, you shouldn't.
That's the view. Well, not quite. I feel like it's going to
We're
get
not
better.
even there yet, but you can see the lake within the lake.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. The big reveal. Yeah, boy. What a freaking treat, man. That actually is pretty ridiculous.
I think I said wow, 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 wow too early. Resistance, wow, wow, wow.
Hard to beat those views. Time to go. See ya.
Yeah, it's about as quiet as Wānaka gets at the moment.
After that, we have 100% earned ourselves a couple of beersies.
I agree.
So, a local recommendation that we had was a place called Be Social, and apparently they do amazing craft beers. So, sold. Cheers. Thank you.
Amazing, thank you.
That looks very good. We're winning here.
I got a taster, right?
You got a
Okay,
lot.
I got a taster. There's 4. And there's so many beers here. I think there's probably about 20, and most of them, other than one, are from here. They make them all here. Like, I can see the tanks. And I'm working my way through them, and then she's like, sorry, I was going to stop you. You've already done your 4. And I'm just getting carried away. I'm trying to list off like half of their menu, but I've gone for, I've got a Pilsner, which is their number 1. There's a pineapple hazy, there's a fruity hazy, and then I went for like a Mexican cerveza. And I have to admit, I have tried all of these already. It's not crazy bitter, intense hoppiness. So if you're the kind of person that's considering somewhere like this, I know you're not a big fan of hops, but these are all very welcoming and very inviting. Then we got a cheeseburger, then we got a pulled pork sandwich, total 78 smackers. Oh, and Stacey's got a lager, but I guess you're driving.
It's amazing. Why are they so good? What do you know that I don't know?
On the menu, beef fat fries. So it's some kind of beef oil or something. So they probably took the burger out, chucked the fries in.
Yeah, it's smothered in the fry.
It was only $5 to add the fries with the burger as well, by the way.
Good choice.
vines might not be the most plush right now.
Plush.
Plush?
Lush.
Huh?
Lush.
Lush?
Plush is like a soft toy.
Isn't plush like full and... No?
Okay, we'll go with plush.
Okay, that's terrible. So, Vineyards is obviously something that people go to Queenstown for. Look, we always do. There's some lovely ones down there, but then we realized we've got to try and balance that out and see what's going on in Wanaka. There are not as many around here, but we found one called Rip On. I'll just rip off their own words as well. A distinct parcel of land overlooking the Southern Alps on the western shores of Lake Wanaka. Looks beautiful out there. The vineyard is farmed biodynamically, and the land has been cared for by our family for 4 generations, so early 1900s it was. Our wines are a true reflection of this piece of land. Seems like they've got a big range, which is always a win, so there's like something for everybody. But the building looks nice as well, and we thought,
Why not?
why not? We thought, why not? Sorry, I'll leave.
Here we go, guys.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Nice one, thank you.
Of course.
I'll be guiding you through this tasting. If you do have any questions at any point during the tasting, if you're confused,
That was really nice actually, and hard to beat that view. There's a house there. That's the view. That's pretty insane. But it was a quick 20-25 minute taster. I think we had 5. Yeah, and a whole range of different options there as well. So $10, easy peasy. We felt bad not buying anything, but we can obviously just get it anywhere. But if you're shopping from around the world, obviously you'd want to grab a bottle and take with you. Is this the truck that you'd seen on the photos?
I don't know if it can move anywhere based on how old it looks, but...
Tires be looking a little flat.
Yeah.
Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments, but from our perspective, Wanaka easily stands alone. It's definitely more relaxing, it's more local, and it is a slower pace, so I suppose it just kind of suits a different traveller or a different phase of your holiday than a trip to Queenstown. But if you can, we say do both. Thanks for hanging with us either way, and check back next week because we're about to do something really special. It is one of, if not the best cruise in New Zealand to a super remote part of the country.